I'm actually making, 300, 400K every month just off the memberships from the challenge.
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast. Welcome back, man. Today we got Crafting with Cassandra, man. We got a lot to talk about. So, man, it was nice to meet you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So I heard a story that, you used to be homeless.
Yes, I did.
So how did that work out from making $14 million?
Yes. So I'm just going to give you the backstory.
Yeah.
Started out in 2017 making custom T-shirts. That's it. Just doing something I love.
Custom T-shirts.
Yep. 2019, I quit my job full-time to make T-shirts full-time. And of course, that slowed down.
Right.
So I had to learn how to pivot. Okay, how do I go from making T-shirts, selling it to consumers as a business, to now I want to start selling things from a business to another business. So I tapped into B2B, started selling the same inventory I was using for my custom T-shirts.
Yeah.
Now I'm selling to other crafters like me. So got me bought a lot of inventory, created me a Facebook group because I didn't know how to reach people. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna sell this stuff, I need a real community. So I got my community, started promoting the group, people started joining. But when I try to sell them the T-shirts for them to customize, they was like, well, how do I customize it? So in my head, I'm thinking, if you buying from me, you supposed to already know how to make it.
Right.
That was so not the case. So I had to go live in the group and show them how to use my products.
Right.
And I'm the type of person, and I like to be a one-stop shop. So once you tell me, hey, okay, I learned how to make a T-shirt now. Now I want to learn how to make this. Now I want to learn how to make that. So I'm going to start showing you how to make everything. I'm going to start selling everything so you don't have to go elsewhere.
Right.
So I started showing them how to make T-shirts. Then they was like, okay, well, the supplies that we need to make the shirts, why don't you brand it and you sell that too? And in order to do, it's called sublimation, but in order to make like sublimation shirts where you get the image, you print it on there, you need paper, you need ink, and you need a printer. So I branded my own sublimation paper, I branded my own sublimation ink, and within the first hour of launching it, did $100,000 with my community. Like, they bought everything. I didn't even have enough to push it to the audience.
Wow. So as far as for people that don't know what sublimation is, exactly what is that?
So it's basically where you take a design. So you can create a design in Photoshop, Canva, and then you put that design onto what I call special paper. It's called sublimation paper. You run it through a printer using sublimation ink, and then when it comes out, you're able to press it to a polyester T-shirt. It got to be white. And when you press it with a heat press, when you apply heat to it, it sinks inside of the shirt. So you can put like your face on it, your kid's face on it, like your loved ones. When you see people that pass away, everybody that have on those all over shirts, that's sublimation.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
What? No, I never knew that.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know you can make, like, every time, like, I wear a lot of designer. I spend a lot of money on designer. But when I like think about doing my own brand, I kind of get nervous with it because I be feeling like I want to compete with the designer stores because I like wearing designer. You know what I mean? So like as far as with you though, you started off with the Facebook group, but what made you like jump to other platforms and stuff like that? Like how did it keep growing?
So basically, once they told me like, okay, can you sell us the products? I started selling the products. So let me just back it up a little bit because I don't want to rush into this. So 2019, I quit my job.
Okay.
But it slowed down. Even though I'm selling to other crafters, business is still kind of slow at this point. So in 2020, I ended up moving into a hotel, me and my son, because I got evicted.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, that's when my business literally took off because I had the inventory to sell. Because at the time, they was mandating for everybody to wear masks. So since I was servicing crafters, all the crafters wanted these blank masks so they can customize and sell to their customers. So I was selling the blank masks, showing them how to customize it. They was able to go out and make profit. And that's when I hit like $86K in May. And then I took that money, moved into a 3-story house, retired my mom, like told my son, I need y'all to work for me. And then that's when I started teaching them how to actually keep making these items. They said, okay, well, can you come out with your own paper line, your own ink? Dropped that, did $100K an hour. Like, oh, okay, wait. So now we went from that. I just got my first warehouse, like got another warehouse, like everything they telling me to do, I'm pushing it, I'm promoting it. But then they was like, well, do you teach hands-on? Because we don't just learn online. Started my own hands-on class right in Atlanta, Georgia. So they come in person and learn. But then they was like, well, do you teach anything else besides sublimation? So now they want to learn how to create content around their custom items. They want to learn how to set up their website. They want to learn how to create their LLC.
Right.
So that's when I created my continuity programs, which is my memberships, showing them how to do different things based on what level they're at.
Exactly.
So I create my first program, $159 a month, have over 1,500 people sign up at the time.
Yeah, that's good.
And then those people like, well, now we want to learn how to create digital products around the craft. Right. Instead of me just pushing everything in that one program, let me come up with another membership. That's $199 a month.
Smart.
Got 1,300 over there. Yeah. And then you got people that's like, well, I want to learn both of them. Do you have a program where we can just get both? Put both in a bundle, that's $349 a month. Got over 500 in there. So just over time from 2019 till now, that's how we have done over the 14 million. Just keep whatever they want, just keep adding value and then giving them everything they need versus sending them elsewhere to go get it. Like, okay, even I get to the point where if I don't even know how to do something, I'm going to bring somebody in that's a coach and y'all teach my people versus me saying, oh, go join over there. Like, no, I'm going to bring her in. She going to teach y'all so I can keep y'all here with me.
Yeah. How important is mentorship to you?
Oh, my gosh. Very, very, very important. I have invested like over $500,000 just in, my personal development. Because it's times where my business just hit a standstill and I don't know what I don't know until I get around the people that know how to do things differently. So I had to learn how to pivot just by getting up on the people that's doing different things. So one of my first mentorships was with Lamar Holly and Myron Golden. So they taught me how to do challenges. I never knew how to do it, but when it got to a point where my business was slowing down, I got into doing challenges. I do it every 3 months, where I'm basically showing up, giving free classes. During the free class, I upsell them to a $27 VIP. And then after they join the VIP during the 5-day class, now I'm upselling them into an actual membership every month. So my goal is really to just teach that whole framework. Something that I learned from somebody else, I see is making me money, and I want to show other people how to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's smart. So when you was coming up, during COVID, and you was doing the Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay, so did you ever do any like big advertising as far as like Facebook ads or celebrity ads or anything like that?
I did do Facebook ads to continue growing the Facebook group. So organically, my group was able to grow like a couple hundreds, but when I started running ads to say, hey, this is everything you guys get inside of this group, come join the group. So I started spending money on the ads, and then my group grew from hundreds to now we got over 100,000 people in that group.
Oh, damn, that's good.
From running paid Facebook ads, yes.
Right. So, like, I know you into clothes, so I'll say if I come out with my own clothing brand, the very first thing that I'm probably going to do is find somebody who I think that everybody like or want to be like, and then actually pay that celebrity to like be a brand ambassador of my brand, basically.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's what I wanted to do, but I don't know exactly how to go along with it, like as far as clothes, but I'm definitely into it. So do you see yourself actually getting into stores?
So for me, no, because I see that I make more money not making the custom items, but teaching it.
Yeah. Same.
So once I seen that, cause it just depends on what your goal is. A lot of people make custom items because it's therapy. It helps with depression. They just doing it for a hobby. But then you got people like me that's like, no, I got a family to take care of. At that point I was a single parent. I got kids. I got bills. I'm trying to make a profit. So I feel like it was more money in teaching the craft versus making the craft. So once I crossed over, like I don't even make custom items anymore to sell.
So basically, I know you said you quit your job, right?
Yes.
So do you feel like anybody that's watching right now could possibly do the same thing? Like you started, you said you got evicted, you know what I mean? You quit your job and then you started doing this, and look now, you know what I mean? So it's possible for anybody that's watching.
It is, but I would not have quit my job if I knew what I knew now. Like I felt like I should have been using that money to continue growing my business,
right? Versus
just like, oh, I hit $1,000 in a week. Let me go ahead and quit. Like you got to have a backup plan, because if I had to do it differently, no, I wouldn't have quit my job. I would have just kept stacking that money or using that money to keep funding my business, and then come out with a game plan to leave. But
like, how many hours did you work?
It was 40 hours a week.
Oh, do you think that you still would have had this time for your company?
No.
See what I'm saying? Because it's like everything happened the right way.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, everything happened the way it's supposed to happen, but no. Because I get that a lot. Like now with my students, they like, look, I got a 9 to 5, I got a husband, I got kids. When I get out of work, I don't even have time for my business. So that is really something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still would have had a better game plan. Like if I'm gonna leave, I got an exit plan of how to do it. But no, I wouldn't have had the time if I was still working the whole 40 hours to do my own business.
Right, for sure. So can you share a time where you just knew your business was going to be successful?
I would say, so in 2017, I didn't give you the backstory.
Yeah.
But I hate to be told no. Like when somebody tell me no, I'm finna go do it. Like whatever you told me not to do, I'm finna do it. So, because I gotta prove you wrong.
Right.
So in 2017, the way I even got into selling t-shirts, my kids had a basketball game.
Right.
And the coaches wanted us to order these hoodies to wear to their away game. I didn't have the money for it. So I reached out to a craft. I didn't even know there was a such thing as crafts. She made the hoodies, and when we wore them to the game, the coach wanted the hoodies made for their team. They didn't even want the hoodies they had. So I reached back out to her like, hey, the whole team want hoodies now. Can you show me how to do it? She said, no, go to YouTube. That's when I knew. If you send me to YouTube to learn on my own, I'm finna take over. And that's exactly.
Damn, she said, no, go to YouTube?
She was like, no. You ain't, like, basically, she was gatekeeping. You're not finna take food out my mouth. So learn the same way I learned. Go get it out the mud. She was respectful, though.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I went to YouTube and took over. Damn. So that's when I knew, because she turned me down. Yeah. I gotta show different. I gotta show different.
Hard. I like that. That's good. So how important is community, involving your business?
Community is very important because I feel like when you have community, instead of selling what you want to sell and you listen to them, you listen to their problems they're having, their challenges they're having. That's how you come up with your next idea. Right. If we just out here winging it like, I want to sell t-shirts, I want to sell custom whatever, that's not what's in demand right now. But having a community, you don't have to really go out there and do your research. The research is right there, and they're going to tell you what they need for you to come out with their next product or their next service based on what they want. So community really gave me my next idea. When it was time for me to pivot on what they wanted to learn, I was able to, bring some people in to teach them. But I feel like that's how I was able to keep making the money I make in my business because of community, because I had people telling me what problems they was having currently.
Right.